Hey guys! Today I'm going to be reviewing the new movie The Jungle Book, directed by Jon Favreau. The movie stars Neil Sethi, Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Scarlett Johansson, Idris Elba, all these great actors. So again, another Disney movie. Disney is getting a lot of good movies lately. We got Zootopia, Jungle Book, and then later Civil War, and then after that Doctor Strange, and then Star Wars Rogue One. We've got a lot of Disney movies coming up. Moana also, so that's crazy. And yeah, there's a lot of hype for this movie, a lot. The thing is that it doesn't disappoint, though I personally don't think it lives up to the hype. It's not a bad movie in any sense, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that I personally feel it doesn't live up to the hype. Now obviously, based on the title, it's based off of Rudyard Kipling's book. Now the movie's about Mowgli, who's a man cub, who's found by Bagheera, which is like a Black Panther, and he's taken to the wolves, and the wolves raise him as a wolf. But when Shere Khan finds out that Mowgli is, in existence, like Mowgli just exists, Shere Khan obviously wants to kill Mowgli because plot. So Mowgli leaves the wolves, and then he meets Baloo, and then, just the story. It's really simple. It's just, leaving the wolves, finds Baloo, story goes on from there. And you can just really tell how much respect the people who worked on this movie had for the novel and the animated movie especially. We even have the music from the animated movie, the songs that they used. There's a point where there's a song and it just starts becoming a musical. It's really kind of weird. Like they use two songs that I remember. There's another song in the credits, but there's a song that they use, and the first time they use it, that's fine. But then they use another song later on in the movie, and it just feels completely out of place. Really kind of awkward. It makes it feel like a musical. Doesn't work with live action as well as it does with animated. It just does not work very well. Now, Neil Sethi as Mowgli looks exactly like Mowgli. Great. He did a good job. I do not feel like he was able to really carry the movie as much as, I mean, he's a kid, but, still, his acting was not the greatest. He kind of came off as kind of annoying, but he's a little kid, That's how his kids are supposed to act. He did a good job for what he was given, and I feel like he wasn't really able to support the movie as much as I guess people would have liked, but he did a good job. Now we have obviously the animated characters, which basically take up the entire rest of the movie. I don't know if they actually go to the jungle, but I do know that they use a lot of CGI in this movie, and the CGI is really good. So we get Bill Murray as Baloo. Baloo, fantastically written, very snappy, witty, and just roasts people all the time. I'm not even kidding. We also have Ben Kingsley as Bagheera. Ben Kingsley's voice is just fantastic. Love this guy. And he's a good actor. And voice acting is hard, and he just nails everything. I mean, it's really good. And I really like that. I really like how he invested so much into the character. You can just tell, because, you can tell when people actually try. And then we get Idris Elba as Shere Khan. And this guy is great. Shere Khan in this movie, I feel like, is a little less cunning. But I do feel like he's more of a brute, and he's more savage, and he's really intimidating. Like, at the beginning, he's just kind of like a tiger, and he looks big, whatever, for movies, it's better to show rather than to explain, and at the beginning, it's just like, you're only explained why he's evil, like, why he's so scary, but you're never shown it. But then afterwards, they do show how evil he is and how dangerous he can be, and then it's like, oh, okay, now this guy means business, because it's just, whatever, another tiger. Wolves can probably take on this tiger, but no, this guy is tough. And Idris Elba plays this character really well. Voice is a deep-ass voice, and it really lends really well to the character. Fantastic. Now let's get to the good stuff. The CGI in this movie it's so good. There's a scene where all these animals are drinking in the same place. So all these animals from all these different species, predator and prey, they all gather into this watering hole to drink water. And there's just a massive amount of animals here. There's from large to small, it's really amazing, and they all look extremely hyper-realistic. The animals, when they talk, they can express emotions. You can tell, the actors, their motion capture, I don't know what the hell they did, but they did a fantastic job, because you can see, the emotion in the animals' faces, and it's really astounding. The music is also good. We got a nice original score, and we got all this music from the animated movie, like Bare Necessities and stuff like that. And yeah, the lighting effects on the fur, great. It looks really real. There are points, obviously, in every movie where it's like, that's kind of fake. But, I mean, it's just, you can just tell how much they worked on this. And that scene with all the animals in one place, that must have taken a hell of a long time to render, I swear. Now the cinematography in this movie is really good. We have all these establishing shots and all these long shots that are just fantastic to look at. The jungle looks beautiful. I'm not kidding. It looks great. It looks super real, and it's just rich, and the sound design is amazing. You just hear the leaves rustling and all these different animal sounds, and it's just great. They really took a long time with how the movie looked aesthetically. But if we remove the aesthetic from the movie, it really becomes kind of basic. I don't like saying this because I really enjoyed the movie, but I mean, after I watched the movie, I just forgot about it. Other than the CGI, it's just kind of forgettable. Like, you can forget the acting. Like, the acting is just passable. Other than the voice actors, but you never really see the faces. You only remember the animals. And that's kind of like, okay, well, I remember the animals. I don't remember the actual human actor. Because he's kind of just there, you know? This movie pulls off everything that it needs to pull off effectively. But due to a weak central character and an alright story, the one thing that saves this movie is the groundbreaking, literally groundbreaking CGI and the fantastic cinematography that has been presented. I'm going to have to give Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book a 4 out of 5 stars. So thank you guys very much for watching. I don't have an outro, so if you guys could help me out in the comment section by coming up with an outro, that would be fantastic. Also, I do have a new channel, Browntable Trailers. That's where, fan-made trailers are because just reasons. So if you could subscribe there, that'd be great. Because, I got a lot of content coming up also, like Heroes United and all this fan-made stuff that I make, and that should be a lot of fun too. So thank you guys again very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.